Hey everybody, Joel and Jeremy here, and it's your games of the month for January. Yep, 2021 is gone. Welcome to 2022. And we say hello to Jeremy Stender. Good morning, sir.
How are we doing, Joel?
Doing very well, and let's jump right into our games of the month because we got one here today as this one gets posted on January 1st. It's the Minnesota Wild, St. Louis Blues, the outdoor winter classic. And, whether you're a baseball guy like you or a football or basketball guy, everybody grew up outdoors, and this kind of honors that Minnesota outdoor tradition today.
Well, you kind of said it, Joel. I'm not a real big hockey guy, but I know that I'll be tuning in later today, and I know a lot of people will. It's kind of a rite of passage, right, in Minnesota. And, it's still hard to believe that for about 10 years we didn't have a hockey team here, professional hockey team. So I think that that's great. It's an opportunity, again, for people all around the state to kind of come together and celebrate it, regardless, like you said, you and I maybe aren't the biggest hockey guys, but we are the state of hockey, and that's just the way it is. It should be a fun one to kick off the new year.
Let's talk about a few local games, though, and coming up in just a few days, January 6th, it's a girls and boys basketball doubleheader on KDUZ, and we talked about this with wrestling in our last video. Now it's the basketball version. It's Hutchinson versus Glencoe Silver Lake, and these are, not only is it a good rivalry, these are four really good basketball programs going at it.
Really are. And, probably two programs that didn't send each other Christmas cards either. This is a great rivalry. It's fun. It's fun for many of our listeners. It's fun for the fans of both schools. But, I think a couple different things that you always have to look at. You look at the GSL boys, really off to a great start, go into the new year unbeaten. But they haven't played, Joel, in about 2 weeks. And kind of looking over the schedule and that holiday classic that the Granite City Classic that Hutch played in, they got a little bit more activity over the course of the last 2 weeks. So we'll see how does GSL respond to that. GSL's really got two dynamic scorers in Eli Erke and Mitchell Jastowiak. Very, very fun. I think this is going to be a really good game. And then when you flip over to the girls' side, you've got a girls' team from GSL that was in the state tournament last year, finished in third place. You've got a Hutchinson team that is growing, has had a few lumps along the way, but also the competition that they've played has maybe been a little bit tougher. So I just think that when you get rivalry games like this, kind of throw the records out. Let's see what the two teams are going to do. I think it should be a fun one for both of these teams. Going to be their first games of the new year. And believe it or not, Joel, I know it's only January, but we're only about 6 to 7 weeks away from sectional play. So this is where you want to start seeing some of those teams start ramping things up.
When you mentioned the GSL girls program, we'll stay on theirs because that's going to be our final game of the month on January 14th on KGLB, AM 1310, FM 96.1. Glencoe Silver Lake girls take on Watertown Mayor, and these are, to me, in the last 5, maybe 10 years in that vicinity, they have developed multiple Division I basketball players for both of these two programs, and they have been some of the better programs around as far as girls basketball goes.
I think that's well said. And Watertown's got a couple more, that are coming up too. And, a lot of girls in that Watertown Mayor program that have made the transition now from a very good season in volleyball and now onto the basketball court. Should be fun. And like we said, kind of for a GSL girls team, still a team trying to find themselves a little bit. But, this is coming up 2 weeks from now, middle of the month. We're going to see both of these teams kind of ramping things up by that point. Should be a lot of fun. And as you alluded to, Joel, two really, really good programs storied in longtime history and tradition.
Sounds good. Folks, you can tune in on the radio, online, or on your device. Tune in to KDUZ, KARP, and KGLB. For Jeremy, I'm Joel. So long, everybody.